Your friends have never been to your place. Not because you don't like them, but because letting someone into your home feels like handing them a map to your interior world, and you're not ready for that kind of exposure. Picture this. Someone suggests hanging out at your place. Your stomach tightens. You deflect. Suggest a coffee shop, their place, anywhere but yours. And if they push, you make excuses. It's messy. It's small. You're renovating. You're not. You just can't shake the feeling that if they see where you live, how you live, they'll see something you're not ready to show. Something true. And the truth feels too vulnerable to put on display. So your home stays yours. A secret. A sanctuary. A space nobody gets to witness. Here's what's really happening. Keeping your home private isn't about being secretive or antisocial. It's a form of psychological protection. Your home is the unedited version of your life. The place where your guard drops. Where you exist without performance or curation. And letting someone into that space means letting them see you in a way that feels uncomfortably real. For some people, home is just a location. For you, it's an extension of your identity, and exposing it feels like exposing yourself. Let me break down the 5 psychological mechanisms behind why you keep your home off limits. Number 1. Your home is the last space you fully control. Out in the world, you're constantly adapting, adjusting your tone, reading the room, managing how you're perceived. But at home, you get to be unfiltered, messy, weird, contradictory, free. And the thought of someone entering that space and judging it, even silently, feels like an invasion of the only territory where you don't have to defend your existence. You're not X, controlling or paranoid. You're Y, someone who's learned that privacy equals safety. And your home is the one place where you don't have to brace for evaluation. And here's what makes it more complicated. Number 2. You link your home to your worthiness. Somewhere along the way, you absorbed the idea that your space reflects your value. That if it's not impressive enough, clean enough, curated enough, it'll confirm what you secretly fear, that you're not enough. So you keep it hidden. Not because it's objectively bad, but because you've made it the litmus test for whether you deserve respect. And you're terrified of failing that test in front of someone whose opinion matters. Think of it like this. Other people see their home as separate from their identity. You see it as evidence. You're not X, materialistic or shallow. You're Y, someone whose brain has fused self-worth with external validation, and your home has become the ultimate symbol of whether you measure up. But it goes deeper than that. Number 3, your home holds the parts of you that you don't show the world. The clutter isn't just clutter. It's proof of the chaos you work so hard to hide. The books on your shelf, the art on your walls, the way you've arranged things. It all reveals your inner landscape, your vulnerabilities, your obsessions, the version of you that exists when nobody's watching, and letting someone see that feels like stripping naked emotionally. You're not X, ashamed or broken. You're Y, someone with a rich interior life that feels too precious, too fragile to put on display for casual consumption. And that's where it gets weird. Number 4. Letting people in means risking their perception, replacing your own. Right now, your home is yours. It makes sense to you. But the second someone else walks in, you start seeing it through their eyes. Suddenly, the couch looks shabby, the lighting feels harsh, the quirks that felt personal now feel embarrassing. Their presence doesn't just occupy physical space, it colonizes your ability to see your own life clearly. You're not X, insecure, or self-obsessed. You're Y, someone whose sense of self is fragile enough that external judgment can destabilize it entirely, and keeping people out is the only way to maintain your own narrative about who you are. And here's the part people miss. Number 5. Your home is where your nervous system finally feels safe. Out in the world, you're in low-level threat detection mode. Scanning, monitoring, adjusting. But at home, your defenses can drop. Your body can exhale, and when you let someone in, that safety evaporates. Even if they're not dangerous, their presence activates the part of your brain that says you're being observed, evaluated, measured. Your nervous system goes back on alert, and the one place you could fully relax becomes just another stage. You're not X, avoidant or antisocial. You're Y, someone with a sensitive threat detection system who needs complete solitude to regulate. And protecting your home is really about protecting your ability to come back to baseline. Which leads to the real paradox. And here's the beautiful contradiction. You're the same person who craves deep connection, who wants to be known, who fantasizes about someone understanding you completely. But the thought of them seeing your actual life, your real space, makes you want to disappear. You're not closed off. You're just protecting something tender. Your privacy isn't walls. It's a cocoon. And maybe you're still becoming whatever you're meant to be, and you're not ready to let anyone witness the transformation. Now, let's talk about when this tips into something harder. If you're keeping your home private because you're ashamed, because you've convinced yourself that you'll be rejected or judged or exposed as a fraud if anyone sees how you really live, that's not protection anymore. That's isolation. The difference? Privacy is a choice. Shame is a prison. One keeps you safe, the other keeps you hidden. If you occasionally let people in and it's fine, you're just boundaried. If you'd rather lose friendships than risk someone seeing your space, that's worth examining. Not because it's wrong, but because it might be costing you more than it's protecting. Here's the other side of it. If your home is genuinely chaotic, if it's reflecting a level of dysfunction that you can't manage, keeping it private might be a way of avoiding the larger issue. Not everyone who keeps their home off limits is protecting their peace. Some are hiding their pain. And there's a difference between needing privacy and needing help. If your space feels unlivable to you, that's not about other people's judgment. That's about your own well-being. And maybe the first step isn't inviting someone over. Maybe it's being honest with yourself about what keeping it hidden is really covering up. But if your home is simply yours, if it's not hurting you or putting you in danger, if it's just the place where you get to be unedited and unobserved, then you don't owe anyone access. Your space is sacred, your privacy is valid, and the people who matter won't need to see your apartment to know who you are. You're allowed to keep your home private. You're allowed to have one place in the world that's entirely yours. That's not secrecy, that's self-preservation. And anyone who can't respect that boundary wasn't safe to let in anyway. So here's my question. Team, nobody's ever been to my place, or team, open door policy always? And if this one hit, the next video is about why some people feel more comfortable in other people's spaces than their own. Because if you guard your home like a fortress, chances are you've also felt like a guest in your own life.